Excuse me. Can I quit this podcast?
I told Eddie Murphy to stay in college so he'd have something to fall back on.
I did great advice. Time? Really?
Welcome to Stand Up Memories. I'm Peter Bales, and that is Jackie the Joke Man Martling, and our wonderful guest, a terrific comedian, Theresa Farrell. There she is.
Thank you.
Our girl.
And I have so much to say to her, and I really don't know how to get going because you've never let me go this far in the show without interrupting and throwing me off my game.
Walk out on the plank because I want to hear what you got to say to her that you couldn't say when I was sitting here.
I can say anything to her in front of you. Now, you are so funny.
But that makes this the opportune time to interrupt you.
It does.
So you had to screw everything up and say I didn't interrupt you.
Theresa.
I actually forgot to interrupt
you. Yes, Peter.
I want you to think back in your memory.
Okay.
First of all, tell me how many years, when people ask you this question, have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Well, my answer to that is I started stand-up in the early 90s.
Okay.
And I did it for a while. And then I stopped when I had my daughter in 97.
Okay.
And then I went back to comedy 9 years ago, actually. So I did step away from it for a while. And then thanks to Bob Nelson, who's also a good friend of ours, he was looking for people to do improv for 6 weeks. And I was able to work with him for 4. And that's how I got back into it.
We got to go into this more.
Now
that is
I have to ask you because, you know, I when I knew Rodney, he would avoid the question. How much did you miss it? I mean, you had your hands full with the new daughter and everything.
Yeah, I
like
did.
that.
I did. Well, having my daughter, kept me so busy, but I did miss it. I did miss. I've been performing on stage since I'm 4 years old. My mom put me in dancing lessons at Robert Mann Dance Studio in Bayside. And then one day the producers of The Godfather walked in and they were looking for kids to run around in the wedding scene. And they picked all my friends who looked Italian, except me, who I'm 100% Sicilian. And I said, well, what about me? And they're like, well, what about you, little girl? I'm like, I'm Italian. And they're like, oh, you don't look Italian. And now I know I have blue eyes. And when I was younger, my hair was lighter. And I was like, but I'm 100% Sicilian. And they're like, sorry,
did you
little
tell
girl.
me you could have worn a little sign?
Something, but they all got to be in it. And Jimmy Gannett.
How traumatic.
It's very traumatic.
What a traumatic way
Yeah,
to
I've been in
start
therapy
a show
for
business
years.
career.
I
Here's
know.
6, 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Not
you.
you. Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
that's terrible.
And Jimmy
Puts
Ganaris.
fire in your belly.
It does. And Jimmy Ganaris, who's Greek, played Pacino's son, Anthony. Yeah.
All
So
right.
here's some trivia.
So
Here's your
I'm
trivia.
sure you talk about this in therapy to this day.
I do. Yeah,
Wow.
It took many years.
Is your therapist Italian?
No.
I don't think they come in Italian.
Teresa, do you remember the first time you
Yes.
ever stepped on stage
Yes.
to do stand-up
I
comedy?
did. I did.
Was it a good experience?
It was lovely. It was lovely. My girlfriends gave me, how I got into this was my girlfriends gave me a birthday card. It said, your birthday fantasy. So I'm thinking a night with like Antonio Sabato Jr. back then, right? And it was comedy.
Wow.
It was comedy classes to the Learning Annex in Manhattan. My teacher was Richard Mincer, and you had to write 5 minutes, and then you had to perform at Stand Up New York. And he's like, Theresa, you're up first. And I'm like, no. The more they drink, the funnier I am. I don't want to go up first. And he's like, no, but you're the funniest one in your class. And I'm like, wait, does that mean everyone else sucks? Or am I really that funny?
Right.
And the
And he's
audience,
like, no, you're really that
the
funny.
audience was supportive and it went well?
They were, and it went great. And then you get that rush
And then
So-
after the first
it's
time
heroin.
doing
Wait,
stand
I
up.
have a
I
question.
have to do my job.
What about the first
Wait,
time
wait.
you climbed into the back seat with a guy? How was that?
No, I can't. First of all, I'm interested in that answer, actually.
Yeah, man, shut up.
No, but comedy classes, do you recommend them?
I do actually. I do recommend
Jackie
them.
is fed up already. StandUpUniversity.com.
Why would you ask that, Bales?
I have a comedy class.
Yes, you
at,
do.
the brokerage in Belmore here on Long Island with my partner, Rich Walker. And you
Went to the graduation the other night.
yes,
They were all
Jackie-
funny.
they-
Yes.
Jackie was
a great
there.
night. It was a great night.
Yes.
and okay,
It's
well,
so much fun.
thank you
Yeah.
for setting me up for that.
Hey, no
plug.
problem.
And but it's a great way.
I
to
don't know
start.
if I can go anymore because I don't think if I have to sit through your act one more time, I'm gonna have to.
I tell you
kill
the truth.
someone.
I sat in on one of your classes years ago, as you know, when Steve Lazarus was
Yes,
with you guys,
yes.
and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, well, you
It's
know,
a
you're
lot of
so
fun.
nice. And I think we've been doing it 26 years. Now, what worked was it's a positive experience. Friends and family are in the audience because it can be really, really, really traumatic
It is.
to do your first comedy set before strangers. And
See, but I feel better in front of strangers because I'm never going to see them again. Where my family and my friends are like,
but they were
Right,
laughing.
there's two sides. There's two sides to the coin. Absolutely,
it's true. It's true.
You know,
I get a little bit more nervous if I know that family and friends are in the audience. I think
the worst is when
it's hard.
there's a bad crowd. They're packed in, but they're a bad crowd. But you have a few friends there.
That's
At that
the worst.
point, they're not friends. They're witnesses.
right,
You know,
You can have 50 great shows in
Yeah,
a row, but
yeah.
as soon as you invite a friend or family member,
Right.
that's when you're going to have
just
the tough show.
sucks everything out.
This
Yeah.
just came into my head, and I don't think I've told it on this podcast about tough audiences. I came into the comic strip one night,
Mm-hmm.
and Jerry Seinfeld was hanging out. He'd already been on, and I came in late, and the show was still going on. I said,
Right.
"So, how's the show going?" And Seinfeld goes, "The comics are not really trying to do well tonight. We're just trying to hold the stage as our own territory."
Wow.
What a great line!
Yeah.
What
Jesus.
a
Yeah.
great line. So you start out, and where did you work at first when you started out?
Jimmy's Comedy Alley.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in
Yeah, well,
so long.
that's where we met. That's where I met a lot of comics because that was my home base. And
Yeah.
then I would go into the city. I did Caroline, Stand Up New York, comic strip. I did all them.
Jimmy's Comedy Alley.
But
A
Jimmy's was
blast from the
Jimmy's.
past.
Jimmy's
It
was
used
a
to be a
special
bowling alley.
place. Yes, it was.
That was one of the places,
Yep.
like being on the Stern Show, I could fill up a place
Correct.
on their dark night, like
Mhm.
Rascals on a Thursday or Jimmy's Comedy Alley on Thursday when they normally be closed.
Right.
I could sell it out, and that place, and that was why, and that was
It
one
was
of
a
those
great
places.
place.
It'd be so fun to go there because it's the middle of a neighborhood.
Yep.
So if I drove there and I couldn't find a parking spot, that was great because you knew the place was happily parked.
Yeah.
If you pull up to a club and there's a spot, like,
Right.
oh crap,
Bell Boulevard, if I'm correct,
Bell
in
Boulevard.
Bayside.
Yeah.
And a
Boulevard.
wonderful former. It's
Yeah,
gone now.
It's a
but
great place.
what memories, Jimmy's Comedy
Yeah.
Alley.
Yeah.
All right, so you didn't even have your Theresa Farrell name.
No, when I started comedy in the 90s, I was Theresa Manzo.
Now was that a
That was the
married
first
name?
husband. Yeah, that was the first husband.
So the name went, the husband went, but your husband is still in my phone.
I don't know why my Manzo name is still in your phone. I have no idea.
How long have you guys known each
Well,
other?
we met at Jimmy's.
I know. So,
But I didn't have
in the
a
early
phone back
90s.
then.
No, you didn't. You
It
didn't.
must,
but I don't
it
know
must
what
say that
happened.
on your website or something.
No, it doesn't. I don't use Manzo at all anymore.
Wow, those you didn't have a cell phone.
No.
Remember
And
the
no.
I wouldn't have made up Manzo out of my head. What are the odds?
I don't know.
remember in those
She
days.
looks like a Manzo.
It's so funny.
Remember in those days that the two orange juice cans with the string in between, what we had to communicate with. Now, first, how many husbands have you had?
Right
Can I
now, I'm
ask
on my
you?
second.
Second. Okay. You know what?
You're on your second?
Yeah,
You know
so
what?
Manzo and Farrell.
correct. My maiden name is Canastracey.
Oh, it's a
Right.
good thing you married out of that one. I thought it was kind of strachy.
Canastracci is how you say it in Italian. Yes.
As a divorced guy, I've asked audiences the question.
yes.
Applaud if you think love can be better the second time around. And you'd be amazed at the number of people who applaud.
Uh-huh.
And you would say
Because
it's true.
they're there with their second person.
Well, maybe.
What are they going to do now? My first one, whoops.
Well, I think it's true. And you would agree, I'm sure.
Uh,
Oh, no.
I'd plead the fifth.
What about the ninth time around?
I don't know. But you know what? Who do you know who's been married? Larry King, I remember, just comes into my head, was married 7
Liz
times.
Taylor. I think
How
8.
many? 8?
I think 8.
I don't know. I
And she married, what's his name, twice? Richard Burton
Burton,
twice.
yeah.
And Liz
What's-
Taylor
what's his
swore
name?
that the only people she had sex with
Was.
were men she married.
did she swear that?
That's
Really?
That's a famous quote.
Really?
And you think of her
Wow.
as the
Yeah.
pass around woman of,
Well,
I don't. Do you think of her that way, Liz Taylor?
I don't know. I don't know. I used to
interesting.
masturbate looking at Richard.
But
Burton.
for example, with Larry King, I mean, if you're married 7 times,
yeah.
I'd say after number 5, Larry, it's on you. It's your fault.
Of course, but he was trying to get a little bit, obviously.
So,
You know.
So you want to know what I call my first husband?
is it clean?
I call him Splinter because he gets under my skin and I can't get rid of him.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Walsh used to come on the Stern Show, and he was going through a horrible divorce.
Right.
But his stories, he'd always talk about his ex-wife because you know it was in his mind because he's going through all the court stuff.
Yep.
And he referred to his ex-wife as plaintiff. And it was funny every time. Oh, I
That's
said to
great.
my first wife, plaintiff.
I love it.
Oh God, that's just great.
That's great.
Okay, so you come back. How
So
old?
you're still friends with your first husband?
You
You still know him?
that's a strong
still
word to
You
use.
still know him?
I still know
Is
him.
he
Yes.
the father of your
my
daughter?
my daughter. Yes, I have one child with him. She'll be 28 on Halloween.
How old was she when you went back into comedy?
Oh,
When did-
Valerie was. Oh, she was 18.
Oh, she was
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
So what was different the second time you went back on stage? First of all, you had to do it, right? You were probably tugged, feeling that you had to do it.
I did. I had a brain tumor 10 years ago. I needed brain surgery. I had a tumor and I had to have it removed. And once I had it removed, I said to myself, I'm getting rid of every toxic person in my life. I don't want stress because stress shortens your life. And I want to do what I love. And that's entertain and perform, whether it's stand up, acting, dancing, singing. I want to entertain. I think it's in my DNA.
And you like stand up most of all? Is that
I do.
fair?
I do like stand up. I do. I love stand up.
So you
And I
you're
also
saying your
love
first
acting.
husband gave you a brain tumor?
Well, he might have actually contributed to it.
Wow.
I'm not saying
Jackie
he did,
Are
Martling.
you
but
okay now?
I'm fine, thank God. I have 2 titanium plates right here. I get free Wi-Fi wherever I go now.
Jesus.
I didn't know about that. And
I did.
you
Well,
look-
I knew
you
she
look
had a
terrific,
fake leg.
and it's
Thank you. No,
you're
I'm blessed.
back and-
I'm blessed to be sitting here. I thank God every day. I open my eyes.
Good.
So
Good.
we're above ground. That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
I have a tumor on my right side every time I do this podcast.
That's a funny joke.
You know what?
That's a
Do you know what?
funny-
When I do a joke like that, I am
You want to make
messing- I
everybody
know.
laugh? Why
I
don't you
am-
say balls part of your tooth?
balls party too. That's
oh
one of my
God,
signature.
kill me.
I
Stab
am
me.
messing with
Give me a
fire.
brain tumor.
I am messing with fire when I mess
Oh
with
my
Jackie.
God.
No, you're not.
Oh, that's great.
No, you're not.
I once
man.
introduced Jackie at a roast.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a man, the most able to dish it out tonight and the least able to take it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie.
And I couldn't say a word to that. It was absolutely true.
Mhm.
So you went back into comedy 10 years ago, you said?
Yeah, it was 10.
So
9, 10 years ago.
where'd you jump start? Governors or-
Governors. Yeah.
You
Governors.
live near here.
Yeah, I'm in Wantagh. I'm not far.
Wantagh?
I'm not
For those
far.
of you around the world watching, and people do watch around the world,
Yes.
and by that I mean Suffolk County as well as Nassau.
It's an
Yeah.
Indian name that means stuck on the South Shore.
You're talking to a couple of North Shore snobs here, by the
Well,
way.
I'm a Queens girl originally from Corona.
Okay.
And then moved to
Ah.
Bayside.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm out here 17 years now.
Now I want to ask her seriously.
Yeah.
You want me to shut up? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
but I want you to I want to ask you, what do you like most about comedy? And
If
and
you're
what-
going to be a good interviewer and she's your guest, you don't have to say, I'd like to ask you,
Yeah,
or I'm
just
going to
ask,
ask you. She's
right?
there.
Just ask.
So you can ask a question.
Right.
So leave out the I'm going to ask you. Just ask the question.
Yes, Peter.
all right, I'm going to ask the question. I'm sorry.
Oh!
Wait, I'm sorry. Let me just say, no,
Yeah.
I don't even. What do you like most about stand-up comedy, and what drives you crazy the most about stand-up comedy?
Well, what I love most about stand-up comedy is getting material from pretty much my family.
Yeah.
Because, I'm with them all the time and they crack me up and it's like, all I really need to do is set up a tripod and just hit record. So they give me a lot of my material, especially my parents.
Big Italian family?
Huge. My dad's one of 7 and my grandmother was one of 12. So yeah, big
Oh.
family.
A lot of jail time.
There's a couple of cousins that went away to college and
You
came
must
back.
start getting a headache a month in advance at Christmas. Wow.
But so what I love about
Did you
comedy.
ask her if any of her
Yes.
family went to jail?
No, they went on vacation.
Yeah.
They went to college on
You know,
vacation.
Everybody's been to jail.
Just because
They-
my maiden name ends in a vowel.
But you know
That's
what's
all it
funny
takes.
is you said something funny when I saw you earlier.
Yes.
You have a show here
I do.
on Strong Island
And you were
Television.
both guests, wonderful
Yes,
guests on my
and,
show.
and I want you to tell everybody what your show is on Strong Island
Okay.
Television.
Yeah, my show's called Tea, the letter T, because my friends call me T. So it's called Tea Time. And
Jackie.
I interview people in the entertainment industry, whether it's comedians or actors, producers, directors, sports people. Pretty much
It's fun.
anyone who
You
entertains.
have a great show.
Thank
It's
you. I
fun-
appreciate
fun
it.
sitting with
I've
you.
had you
was-
on twice. I'm sure I'll have you on a third time. And
I'm
had
always
Peter on,
ready.
and I had your last guest Richie
Byrne,
on.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
But you are on. We're
Monday
doing this,
nights.
We're doing this in
Monday nights,
August,
Yeah.
and you said no, we're doing this show in August. But you
Yes.
said before, in August your
My
show is
show's
on hiatus.
It is. It's on hiatus.
and I love
yeah.
that word hiatus.
I
Now,
have no idea what that means.
It means you're on break.
It means you take a break.
Yeah, but what's funny to me is, and you made me think about this. is
Yes.
how long is it appropriate to say that you're on hiatus? Like if you're unemployed for a year,
Oh,
I'm on hiatus for a year. I've been on hiatus for 2 years.
I've been on hiatus on disability for a while.
I think some of your Italian relatives could say
Yes,
they were
that they
on
were on
hiatus for 5 to
I
7
think
years.
the
They
rule
were.
is you can say you're on hiatus until they change the locks.
There you go.
Then you
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
Now, comedy can be difficult too.
Yes, it can be because you can do, and it's happened to me. I've done a show at 8:00 and crushed and killed, and you did the same exact show at 10:00
Right.
and not the same response. So, comedy is, it's what's the word? It's
Unpredictable.
unpredictable. And what's funny to me may not be funny to you, and
just
people
made-
react different ways.
You just made a great point, and Jackie knows this.
Yeah.
And to the young comedians watching, especially if you're a host and you've got 2 shows in a night,
Mhm.
you finish the first show,
Mhm.
you're warmed up, it went great. And then the second show starts and you're warmed up and you're still feeling like it's the first show. And you
Correct.
go up. The second audience is not warmed up. and
Nothing
you
like
cannot
the
take
first.
for
They're not
granted.
up to speed
You,
yet.
Right.
You've got to start from scratch with the
Yes, you
second
do.
show. That is lesson number 1
Mhm.
for the new comedians out there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so many guys seem to have the same experience, but it's a pretty much of a no-brainer experience because in the Fort Lauderdale comic strip, we work 7 nights a week, 1 show a night, 7 nights a week. And on Friday night, it would get gradually more crowded every night.
Right.
And it was like 450 people. On Friday night, the place would be almost full. And then Saturday night, the place would be packed and we would kill and I'd sell albums. It'd be like, and then Sunday night, there'd be like 12 people there and
Yep.
it would suck. And you'd go home with that taste. I just worked
Yeah.
in Boston this weekend and we did a show on Friday and it was good, And then we did first show Saturday. It was good. And then the second show Saturday was killer. So I got to drive home
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a
with that,
hot.
with
Yeah.
that
yeah,
taste
yeah,
in my
yeah,
mouth
yeah,
instead of,
Right.
Sunday night, 12 people,
There's an old saying, traditionally shows were 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. And a lot of comics had the idea that you had to do well the second show Saturday because that's the one that management is going to remember. And there actually is some truth to that.
Yeah.
But, comedy club managers like Danny McKenna at Rascals they could tell you how you did first show Friday, second show Friday, first show Saturday.
right?
Yeah.
But he's
But
such an exception.
he was an exception.
Most owners, they're not paying attention. They don't care.
Yeah.
They care. If somebody,
And this has happened to me where you don't remember if you've said something, you're doing the second show and you don't remember if you've
Yes.
done the joke or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was a long time
Mhm.
before I wrote out the jokes I was going to do. So I knew. So now I always have the same act, but I can stop and go off and tell 20 different jokes, but I have a place to come back on. Like I know my highway.
Right.
But in those early days, plus drinking, and I'd be
Yeah.
doing my act Friday and then do second show. And then by the second show Saturday, between being a little drunk and not remembering, and I used to always be so worried, so I'd be very careful. No, don't tell that. Don't. And it was a night. Where was I? I was just on the road somewhere, and I got to a joke, and I'm like, oh God, I love this joke, but did I? No, I didn't
Did I
tell
do
yet.
it?
And I told the joke, and somebody goes, "You told that 5 minutes ago." Oh my God, I thought I was going to crap myself.
And that's happened to me. I can count on one hand the times it's happened, but I remember it, and you kind of feel it when you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then actually one time the same thing happened to me. The audience will tell you said that before.
Yeah.
And I usually say, well, you didn't laugh at it the first time. I wanted to give you another chance.
Give me a
Give me a second shot at it. But that happens. All comedians will tell you that can happen.
I do. I'm sure I told this story way too many times on the air, but I do this thing, Stump the Joke Man, at the end of my show. I don't do as much, but I used to always do it, no matter what. And then we were on Rascals Comedy Hour. I would do that at the end. And it was a live show, and it was so great. And I'd get 5, 7, 10, 12 girls on the stage, and one at a time asking them jokes. And this girl asked me to set up of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that is such an obvious, simple, it was a Jewish joke, and it was such a simple setup.
Right.
I'm like, how could I not know this joke? This fits right into my wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And finally I said, I give up. And the joke was, why do they bury Jewish guys standing up? And the answer is, so the change won't fall out of their pockets. Okay, so I'm like, the whole place goes wild. And I said to the girl, that's so funny. I can't believe I didn't know that. And she said,
she stumped you.
I can't believe you didn't know it either, because I was here a year ago
No.
and I stumped you with that same joke on this stage.
Jeez.
The same joke on television.
Wow.
And such a simple joke. That's,
Yeah.
So let me tell our audience.
Yes.
Stump the Joke Man is when the audience
Yes.
tries to stump Jackie.
Yes.
And he's virtually unstumpable. He knows every joke.
That's not totally
I
true.
try. No, it's true.
It is true.
It is true. And
I
it's,
tried
it's
stumping
so
you.
much,
You knew it.
It's
You
so
knew
much
it.
fun. I tried to stump him
Yeah.
with a joke from an old joke book from 1890 something, and I didn't stump him.
Right, you go way back.
But I was at Rascals in West Orange, New Jersey, packed house, Stump the Joke Man. You're getting every joke. Crowd is going crazy, and this. I'm going to give you the punchline, but this is what the person's trying to stump Jack. You know what I'm doing?
No, go ahead.
And it was a girl, and she goes, "What goes up and down all the time with no rhyme or reason?" And you were
I
stumped.
didn't know the answer. And the answer was my weight.
And
the
you come
people
on.
that follow the Stern Show, I'd go on Nutrisystem and get skinny, and then
Right,
get
right.
fat, and
Yeah.
then go on another diet and
Yeah.
get fat. Now I was, and the audience goes nuts when you get made fun of on stage. God.
You know, when they get you, the audience
they
goes,
go
well, but
nuts.
it was so much fun, and we are gonna do some live Stump the Joke Man here.
Yeah,
soon.
that'll be cool.
Here at
The worst
Paradise Studios.
The worst I ever got nailed was I was on the Nasty Show at Just for Laughs in 1993. And it was an incredible show. Nick DiPaolo was hosting, and Robert Schimmel was on,
Oh wow.
and a guy from Colorado who had a fake hand, one of the funniest guys in the world. I forget his name. But we're in the green room, and Dave Chappelle's in the green room. This is before he's Dave Chappelle, and we're sitting around and we're laughing. It's just so great. We're all killing. And all we got was I think it was 22 minutes apiece, which is not much time, but they insisted that I do Stump the Joke Man anyway. So I said, all right. So I did however many jokes, and I brought up, it had to be 10 girls.
Okay.
And they always were from Central Casting. It worked out that you're black, you're fat, you're short, you're Jewish. It just was totally eclectic. So my job, how, what's your name, and insult you and say something lewd. I mean, that was the whole thing. And they knew it, blah, blah, blah. And then I do with the guys. And the guys stand up and I do the jokes, and I'm nailing the guys one at a time, and the audience going wild, and I get done. And one by one, I'm doing the girls, and I know every joke, and the audience is psyched.
Yeah.
The last girl was Asian,
Okay.
and I don't know what I said to her, but I'm sure I picked on her and gave her such a hard time, and everybody went wild. And it's her turn to play Stump the Joke Man, and she set up the joke. It wasn't pidgin English, but it was definitely an Asian accent, if
Okay.
there's such thing.
Yeah.
And she says, "What do toilet bowl, anniversary, and clitoris have in common?" And I'm like, holy crap, how could I not notice? So I'm pacing up and down the stage, and it's like 12:45 at night, and 400 people packed in. They're all sweaty, and it was electric in there. The place is ready to explode. And here's this girl I've been torturing.
Yeah.
And I just, as I'm walking along, I'm saying all kinds of off-color Asian comments, and I just couldn't get there. And I say, I give up. I give up. And I said, what do toilet bowl, anniversary, and clitoris have in common? And she said, men miss them all. And the audience exploded. I mean, they went nuts. I said goodnight. I gave all the girls shirts, CDs, waved, walked off. Nick DiPaolo came out to say goodnight to the crowd, and they were still clapping and laughing all that time.
Wow.
And I got off, and what's his name was in the back? Charles Jaffe. Rollins and Jaffe. Charles Jaffe was in the back. And he grabbed me and he said, "Jackie, that's the most amazing thing I've ever." She says, "But let me ask you, how often do you get a group like that?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Charles, it's always like that." And he says, "But do they come up?" I said, "Yeah, this was not a special night. They always come up." He said, "That was just an incredible
It's like they wait
display."
for that
so
moment.
I'm thinking, I'm in the movies now.
Yeah.
My career is made. Look out for me. Never heard a word from the guy.
Movies. You mentioned movies.
Oh,
We're in a
movies.
movie together.
I will intro this.
Jackie and I did a
Theresa and
movie, yeah.
Jackie were in a movie together.
Yeah. We had no scenes,
It's
unfortunately,
light. It's
together.
not porn. It's light.
No, but we didn't have any scenes together,
Well,
unfortunately.
did you
Why
need?
not? I didn't know you were in it.
I didn't know you were in it till I saw you in Astoria that night.
There's like 4 people in the tri-state area that aren't in this movie.
How many tokens did you need to see your
Oh,
entire
that's
scene,
funny.
Jackie?
What?
I'm dating myself with the.
It's
Thank
called
you.
Once a Week for Life, and it was George Zoufalos and bumped into Jackie at the premiere. It was a private red carpet event.
And it
Oh,
was
that's
great
great.
fun.
Yes, it was
he
very
shot
good.
Four episodes of this, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah,
And he showed all 4, and it
Yeah.
was fun. It was interesting.
it was good. Yeah.
And I got a few laughs, so that's all I cared about.
And you have a show coming up.
I do.
This is August now. but
September.
September. This coming September.
Our birthday month.
Our birthday month.
Yes,
And
How do you know that?
because I know when his birthday is.
Okay. Yes.
You should too.
I don't
Yes.
want to know.
That's September 27th at my father's place.
My Father's Place, a great venue
Yes.
here on Long Island. It's
Yep.
moved from the original one that we knew
Yeah.
5 times.
Yes.
in Roslyn.
Yes.
And Long Islanders know what My Father's Place is. It's a
Yeah.
music and comedy venue.
Yes, it is.
And sometimes you say this to people who are not from Long Island, and they go, I didn't know your father had a place.
If I have to explain that
no.
to one more person,
I mean,
think
that's
I'm gonna
that's
drop
just not
dead.
good.
Oh, that's great.
A wonderful.
I'm
venue.
at the brokerage in Belmore without you.
Really?
Oh,
September
no.
30th. Yes.
September 30th. I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
I'm not on that show.
Really?
My friend Rich Harkaway, who went back into comedy after 20 or 30 years,
Wow.
and was originally from here, and he always begs me. So I say,
Aw.
sometime,
Well, Well, who's going to carry the show then?
I don't know. I was
Come
hoping
on, I
Theresa
got,
would
come
come
on,
in.
I got that. You're allowed to perform without me. It's quite all right.
Aw.
I'm sure.
Well,
it'll be,
you're not going to be
we
there.
got a,
but
cou- we have
but
a,
I
we have
am
a
gonna-
couple shows coming up.
I'm
with
going to
you.
do the balls joke. No, man, you were working the night before.
Yeah, we are. Where?
I don't know. I don't think they have electricity. You're the one who set up the stupid job. Where is it? The Farmer's Almanac?
No. We're at a place called Tilly's Table up north of New York City, It's a wonderful gig, and
Oh.
and it's me and you together. It's going to be a lot of fun. We work together, and it's a lot of fun. And
1979, I started, and I'm working at
Tilly's.
Table. Tilly's
Tilly's
Table.
Tilly's it's a beautiful venue.
But if you look on the bright side, it's really far and it doesn't pay much.
And I'm just happy to be. Hey, Richie, did I get it's Tilly's Table, right? Mariano's place.
Okay,
there you
go.
Mariano is a
I'm
great
doing
guy.
a book signing at
Oh.
Theodore's.
Oh,
You know Theodore's in Oyster Bay?
I do.
The new book club.
there you go.
Our previous guest is sitting right outside here, and
Yes.
when it goes
Richie.
well, he gives me the thumbs up, and
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple of thumbs
That's
down over this.
So
the
give him
course
a
of-
plug.
Richie Byrne,
Richie Byrne.
who was our previous guest, you can
Last week. Yeah.
standupmemories.com. You
Right.
can go back into our library
Yes.
and see we're in our 5th season. Whoever thought?
Wow.
And Richie Byrne that was your second appearance on our show, and you have any?
Are we going to air the show he just did?
Wait, we're
That
gonna.
was live.
That was live.
Oh, so we have no choice.
The
No.
damage has been done, but it's in our library of shows.
But I have to plug one more thing if
Go
you
ahead.
don't mind. It's Love Bro is a romantic comedy that I'm in. I play the mom. It's very funny, and it's streaming on Amazon Prime right now.
It's love, bro.
It's
Love
Love
Bro.
Bro.
That's a whole. You're in Richie. This is great. Your show aired last week, but go ahead. Let's plug it.
Richie and I are going to do a movie together too, right?
What movie are you
Yeah.
in, Richie?
Yes. Yes.
First
Yeah.
Rights.
First rates.
First, is it? It's a comedy.
No drama.
No.
It was you were in a drama,
Yes.
It was
a mob kind
a
of thing.
mob kind
Yeah.
of thing. The
I didn't
Irish
think
mob.
they made those.
Listen, I have to say, comics make very good actors, especially if you start it in theater.
Nobody asks me to be in a movie.
No?
Nobody.
And we're going to have to change that, Peter.
I got to be in a movie. I could play a professor.
You can.
a
You
pomp-
could play anything. You're
I
a
could
smart
play
guy.
a pompous typecasting. I'm not pompous, am I?
No. No.
Is the Pope Catholic?
Oh, geez.
Is there corn in your poop after a picnic?
See what I just threw, Jackie? It's called a fastball right down the
You
middle,
did,
and he hit it.
a home
He hit it
run.
on his second swing
That's it.
with the corn. No, but I mean, comics do films, and
We do.
but you know what people don't realize, that I was an undergraduate theater major at Northwestern University.
I knew that.
And I realized very early on that I wasn't a very good actor. I can play myself, but to be honest, I can do comedy. And I started taking classes at Second City in Chicago, the Holy Ground,
Nice.
and that's what led me into stand-up comedy, which is
So
very-
you bombed as an actor and became a comedian?
well, as Robert Klein used to say, I couldn't do Shakespeare without spitting, and that was a problem.
See, but when I started in comedy in the early 90s, I was looking to either get on SNL because I do characters or get my own sitcom, because back then you had Seinfeld, Roseanne, Tim Allen,
Right.
Ray Romano, Ellen, right? Everyone did.
And you're
did
still
stand-up.
chasing the dream.
I am.
Good,
I am.
you should.
I
You should.
am.
Everybody should.
Yeah.
Now,
You can't give up. You have to keep going.
stand-up comedy lesson inspired by Theresa. You do characters.
I do characters.
The difference between characters and impressions.
Correct.
The
Very
difference
different.
is impressions are famous people, and the audience can tell immediately if you're doing it well or not.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know what your aunt or anybody in your family really sounds like.
Correct.
So you have a lot of latitude to just have fun
Right.
with it, and you can make up characters.
Well, Bob Nelson is the one who really
that's-
got me into
yes,
into
yes.
doing characters when I watched him. So I do a feminine douche commercial.
Say that again.
A feminine douche commercial.
As opposed to
And I do 3
Yes.
characters. I do a valley girl, my grandmother, and a lesbian construction worker. And every time, and I told you, someone said to me, you shouldn't do that anymore. It's old school. You shouldn't do it. And you said to me, Peter, as long as you're getting a laugh, you should keep doing it.
Lesson number.
I want to meet the grandma that's still douching.
All right. Teresa just made a profound remark
Well, because
for all comedians, and the profound remark is what I meant is,
Yeah.
if it's working,
If it's working.
leave it in.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And also, you mentioned Bob Nelson before. Great,
Yeah.
great, legendary comedian is
Mhm.
fair, who's out there working. He was on our show, and
Yes.
he's talked about his health
Yes.
challenges,
Mhm.
and he's back out there banging them again. And I worked in an improv group, directed a group called the Laughter Company,
Mhm.
and we had an exercise called 3 through the door, where you go to return something at a department store counter, and then the director, me, yells change, and you walk away from the
Yep.
counter and you come back. You probably know,
Mhm.
you come back in as a different character.
Correct.
3 through the door, and everybody had to do 3 examples of that changing character.
I
And
love
Bob
it.
Nelson
Love
goes
it.
up, and
Love
it's
it.
and he's amazing. He does 3, and I just let him. I go, do another. Keep going. Change, change, change. 7, 10.
Yeah.
He's old. He's young.
Yep.
He's drunk. He's
Yeah.
stoned. He's Italian. He's Jew.
You should have charged at the door.
I realize. You know what? That's how amazing Bob Nelson
Yeah.
is. He was doing, and I realized I had to stop it. He didn't run out. I realized
It's
this guy can do
amazing.
infinity through the door.
Incredible.
Infinity through the door.
Yeah.
That's how amazing his
Yeah.
talent
Well, I'm
is.
hoping to get him on my show. He never did he hasn't
He'll
done my
do-
show yet.
He'll do it.
Did you ask him?
I did it actually at the event for him. He said to me, I'll do it. And
Yeah,
now
but that
he's,
doesn't count.
no,
Everybody's
but now,
heads are crazy.
now that he's out and he's back doing stand up, I do want to get him on.
Ask him to
Yeah.
tell. He has incredible, like Jackie does, Rodney stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a good
Yeah.
character.
He's
We all been around way
an
too long.
amazing,
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
comedian, and we've had him on our show. We'll do it again.
So, you heard my first time I got rejection, right? The producers of The Godfather. The second one is worse.
Oh, really?
My girlfriend was the producer of A Current Affair. Remember the show
Yes,
Current
I
Affair
do.
with Maury Povich?
Yeah.
And what happened is that she said, Stand Up New York is having a contest. They're doing Funniest Girl from Queens. And I want to do a whole expose on you, whether you win or not. I said, okay. So she mics me up. I come out of the subway. I felt like Mary Tyler Moore. I just had to throw a hat up in the air. It's all about me. It's great. I'm thinking someone's going to see this. Again, SNL or my own sitcom, right? So I end up winning the contest, Funniest Girl from Queens. And I said to her, listen, I want the footage for this. And she said, unless it airs because of copyright infringements, I can't give you anything. And I'm so excited. Because this is it. This is my moment, right? They canceled The Current Affair a week before it was supposed to air.
That's
That is
know,
painful. That is
we all
Boo
have
painful.
a
freaking who?
when I was brand new in comedy. Me and Nancy lived on Perry Avenue in Bayville, but I had already had 516-922 wine, and they were doing it on BAB. So a lot of people on Long Island knew who I was, even though I was getting nowhere. And Channel 12 is going to interview me.
Okay.
And this was, when you're just starting in comedy, to get interviewed for Channel 12 was a big deal. And there was no cell phones or anything. It
Right.
was still the days of like a beep.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
beeps
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
got to call in.
Yeah.
So this guy comes to our house and we're just about to start this interview. We're all set up, whatever they had to do. And this guy said, oh, hold on. And he had to answer a beep and he calls up. He said, I'm sorry, I got to go. A truck overturned on the expressway
Oh, no.
that was full of
Jeez.
mayonnaise. And there was mayonnaise all over the highway. I thought, there's some kind of irony.
Wow.
There is.
So there's all this
Especially because
skunk.
you were having tuna fish at the time.
Right, all the skunk. But
I'm getting a high sign from our.
where is that footage?
Well, I want to thank
Where
you.
is that
Producer.
footage?
I don't know, but you can't get it. You just can't get
No.
it. But I just want to thank both of you for really having me here tonight.
Are you
It
kidding?
means
You're
the
great.
world to me. It really does.
No, you're great. And Tea Time is a great show.
Thank you.
And it's on the Strong Island
Yeah,
television.
Monday nights, 8:00.
And it's
Yeah, I wanna
produced
I'll be
come back
back in
on.
September.
I want to come back on.
and it's
Yes.
produced by Paradise Studios.
Yes, Bobby
for-
Lacera.
Yes, Bobby Lacera for Strong Island Television,
Right.
which is available all over the place
Yep.
on every platform. I can't even list all the platforms.
It's Roku
Strong
TV,
Island Radio,
Amazon
all the
Fire
audio
TV,
stuff,
Twitch
all the
TV.
video
Yep.
stuff, including Roku, which is cool, and
See,
Vimeo.
I have no concept of what Roku is.
Roku is a platform.
It's a Roku TV.
They have
Roku TV.
it's Roku.
Is it a gadget
It's a
like Apple TV? Like,
yeah. You have to have.
how
You
do
have
I
to be
put
able
it?
to get Roku.
Let me put it in terms Jackie can understand. It's like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, with the little things.
Yeah, and you turn. So anyway,
Yes.
See, here's an
you
extra.
have been.
Look at us.
Yeah.
I just erased your career.
So this has been Stand Up Memories, and of course, Jackie the Joke Man Martling and Theresa Farrell. You are soon to be not on hiatus, but enjoy the time on hiatus.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
She's you're traveling. You're going
I'll
on
be
a
back.
trip
I'll be back September 8th with Richie Byrne.
with Richie Byrne.
Yes.
Oh well, that's not.
There
a
you
good,
go.
That's not a.
I will let you talk.
And we
You
will
know
be
that.
outside the door to
You
get
still-
autographs when the show's over.
Do you still you really want to start anew with Richie Byrne?
Of course I do.
All right, okay.
Richie was supposed to be on in July, and I had to bump him, and he was
You
very
bumped
understanding.
Richie Byrne.
He was very understanding. Well, he enjoyed every moment of it. So
bumping.
So
Anyway.
let me ask you a question. With all these,
All
is
this
there
stuff.
any chance that this airs anywhere in Michigan?
Are you kidding, Jackie?
of course,
Jackie, it
We're
airs
all over the
everywhere.
place.
We're all over the place.
we're all over.
September 5th,
September
I'm
5th.
going to be showing my documentary, Joke Man, and doing a Q&A at the Wealthy Theater in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Of
Oh,
course,
Maron.
that
I
is-
lived there for 7 years in East Lansing. I never went
I
to
gotta go to
Grand
Michigan?
Rapids, and now I got to go to Grand
Okay.
Rapids.
Okay. Jackie went to Michigan State, almost got thrown out, but we're out of time. I would like to talk about how you mooned. I think, did you talk about it?
We did that eight
Yeah,
times.
he mooned the president of Michigan State. Who knew Jackie would become Jackie?
He's got such a cute ass. Why
Yeah,
not?
there we go.
It's on the cover of his book. Hello.
Okay,
See?
now, good. Now, so check that out in Michigan. Now, Theresa, thank you.
Thank
Of
you.
course, Jackie the Joke Man.
And if
Mark.
you want to be a comedian, sign up for Stand Up University.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
With
Stand Up
Professor
University.
Peter Bales.
Stand Up, BALES. StandUpUniversity.com. What else? Thank you to Paradise Studios. This is a great facility in Massapequa. You got video needs, any kind of needs. Well, not any kind of needs, video needs. That would be weird if you just have
You're
needs.
on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. It's
I'm
Love
on
Bro.
Amazon
You're on
Prime.
Amazon Prime.
And I'm
And I'm also in a murder mystery on Amazon
You know,
Prime called
I'm-
The Better Sister.
Ah,
I'm in episode 7, and my house is in
nice.
episode 8.
Really?
and I want to plug that I'll be just getting something to eat at Pizza Hut in Hicksville.
We'll be hitting the
I
Massapequa
wish-
Diner
I
after
wi-
this.
I wish I had better things to plug, but anyway,
Just make it up. Everything I say is made
I've
up.
covered everything. This is Stand Up Memories, standupmemories.com, where you can see shows going back 5 years. We've plugged
I
everything.
think we should just keep going until Michael Zinn, our producer, actually shows up in the doorway and pulls out his hair.
He's given me the high sign.
Oh,
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you,
and
Michael.
we will
Thank
see
you,
you
Michael.
next time, everybody, on Stand Up Memories.